Hi there, and welcome to Celeb Hut. Okay. So it seems as though Lori Harvey is wary of the account that they've been spreading about her discussing. She's a 304 who utilizes men, and she is putting any misinformation to rest purportedly. She is being set up by Steve. You all know these charges about how Steve was purportedly at these Diddy parties. Well, Lori is currently saying that not exclusively was Steve at the gatherings yet. He was purportedly found on tape, doing some freaky stuff. If you catch my drift, Lori is over the BS, and she is presently talking her reality. You all better plunk down for this on the grounds that Lori is here to spill all the tea. Did Steve truly pimp her out to Diddy to cover his own tracks? We should separate this, so it seems as though Lori is at last turning on her stepdad Steve Harvey and uncovering his issue with Diddy, guaranteeing that Steve was supposedly a typical face at Diddy's oddity off parties, and is on those tapes that were seized by country security during the strike on Diddy's homes back in spring. Yet not just that, it seems as though she's asserting that Steve purportedly attempted to pimp her out to Diddy to conceal his mysterious trickeries with Diddy himself. And listen, when I tell you all this is insane, relaxed. This isn't exactly that stunning, however, in light of the fact that many individuals thought it was clear throughout the long term that he treats Lori better than different children, even his natural children. I mean, she was the one in particular that he used to take on these father-daughter dates on one of our yearly dad-girl dates to my one Japanese eatery. And you recently began conversing with me about folks. And you just let me know that generally upheld me, and you'd constantly show up for me regardless, and you cherished me genuinely. Yet when it came to his twin young ladies, it was crickets from him. Not in the least did they not go on father-daughter dates with him, yet he was unable to try and be tried to go to their graduation. And Cider cockroach. I went to secondary school with the twins. They were a couple of years in front of me, yet individuals generally talked, and everyone was focused on them as a result of who their dad was. He was absent at their graduation, and then it wasn't the twins that got disregarded in light of the fact that he was essentially a deadbeat father to his child brother for the initial 16 years of his life. I didn't actually have my father full-time into my life until I was 16, right? And I could go on and on about his second child, Winton, and how he, in a real sense, got explored by police and CPS for putting hands on him to the place where he was unable to sit, as per TMZ. As per the children, Steve hit him with a belt, and afterward an oar-load up the sort utilized for preliminaries. In Cruz, as per the police report, cops took photographs of the kid's wounds on his buttocks and right thigh, as well as cuts on his leg. The police report says that the kid told cops the pulsating was so fierce he experienced difficulty peeing for a really long time. That was only miserable after the underlying buzz. The case slowly blurred into haziness, and there were claims proposing that Steve had lubbed the palms of specialists to hide this situation, where no one will think to look, prompting the case simply vanishing. This left many individuals asking, for what reason did Lori get special therapy? Some estimate it was a direct result of her attractive features, with Steve seeing her as an important resource that he could take advantage of his currency producer of sorts. You all recollect the jealousy Steve's different kids harbor, when Lori's heartfelt ventures were everywhere in the information and pushing her vocation forward. Insider accounts uncovered Steve's job in coordinating Lori's adoration life. He didn't fiddle and interfering. He supposedly organized her connections, effectively pimping her to different admirers. And here's the kicker. One of the fortunate recipients of Steve's matchmaking ability was, in all honesty, Diddy. We should rewind to 2019 when Lori and Diddy's unforeseen sentiment surprised everyone, even people scratching their heads in disarray with the incredible 28-each hole between them. Appeared to be far-fetched that they shared a lot of, practically speaking. I really intend, what did they even discussion about, as though the age hole wasn't eyebrow-raising an adequate number of things. Took a hazier turn when you Consider that Diddy had a 5-year-old child when Lori was conceived truly makes sense of that. Well, Diddy's child was more seasoned than his father's new boo thing, yet it gets a lot creepier in light of the fact that it just so happens Diddy had known Lori since she was a teen as per insiders. Diddy and Steve regularly visited similar groups of friends, so while they weren't precisely best buds, they knew one another very well. This implied that Diddy knew Lori when she was as yet a minor, but he went into a close connection with her years after the fact. And here's the kicker, Lori wasn't precisely a willing member. As per sources, Steve supposedly constrained her into Diddy's arms, considering it to be a potential chance to additionally hoist the Herring family name and conceal their undertaking. Yet at the time, we didn't have a clue about the obscure truth about the relationship, so everyone completely anticipated that Steve should mediate and stop what is happening, yet causing us a deep sense of shock and chagrin. He didn't. Rather, he and Marjorie gave their certified endorsement by joining Diddy and Story on a heartfelt escape. Supporting your 22-year-old little girl to date a 50-year-old is one thing, yet traveling with them, definitely that is an entirely separate level. Yet, as per reports, Steve was purportedly the person who was holiday with Diddy and Ed. Lori as an interruption anyway. A few insiders weren't stunned at Steve and Marjorie's activities on the grounds that supposedly they had been set up with Diddy for quite a while. The open door at long last emerged after the death of Kim Watchman. You see, Lori and Kim, he shared a nearby security when she was alive. And surprisingly, after Kim's passing, Lori paid ardent recognitions for her via virtual entertainment she composed. Struggling with handling this one, you were a particularly lovely individual all around. I'm so happy I let you know the amount I adored and missed you the last time I saw you. Your energy was really something. Exceptional, a heavenly messenger on the planet, and presently in paradise. RP mom all around. Given Lore's fellowship, then with Kim Watchman, as she alluded to her as Mom. Kim, it's insane that she entered into a relationship with Diddy under 4 or 5 months after Kim's passing. Similar to what sort of companion are you with companions like that? Who needs foes right yet? As per reports, Lori isn't exactly the antagonist depicted by the media, but rather Steve's, making every one of the things happen in the background. There are even claims that recommend that Steve pressured Lori into erasing her accolade for Kim Watchman, since it showed her in a pessimistic light, which he didn't need yet. There's something else to this tale besides what might be immediately obvious, and it includes nail clean. Yes, you read that accurately now, assuming you've stood by listening to my different recordings. You know precisely why, yet I'll separate it for the rookies as long as you buy in the midst of all the disorder. Lore's nail clean got fans' eyes, and it's not for making a B-design explanation. No ma'am, each time Lori showed up with Diddy Eagly, fans couldn't resist the opportunity to see her nails were painted in the white nail clean now. For what reason is this apparently guiltless detail critical? Well, it just so happens Cassie spilled the tea in her claim, uncovering that Diddy had a specific affection for white nail clean. Yet it wasn't only an eccentric style appearance. No, as per Cassie did, he demanded she wear white nails since he partook in the conspicuous difference against the brown complexion of the male escorts he purportedly set up for herself. And Cassie wasn't the one in particular who wore white nails. Bits of hearsay started flowing that Diddy had a comparative nail obsession with youthful Miami significantly stranger, his own mom, who wore white nail clean too at whatever point they were seen with him. And this prompted hypotheses that Miami might actually be associated with Diddy's curious rip as well, if you catch my drift, and why his mom was wearing white nail clean. I would try and prefer not to ponder why that is, yet with Lori wearing her white nails during her experience with Diddy, things veered off in an unexpected direction when she quit wearing the white nail clean after the separation. This provoked fans to conjecture that she could have seen or persevered through a few genuinely obscure encounters. While with Diddy anyway, as per a source, Steve appeared to be unperturbed by a Nothing Lori might have encountered with Diddy as long as she stayed in that spotlight and associated with him. Steve seemed, by all accounts, to be completely steady yet clutch your butts in light of the fact that another insider additionally dropped a stunner guaranteeing that Steve endeavored to facilitate an arrangement for Lori with Jay-Z. Purportedly, this disclosure sent shockwaves all through web-based entertainment, with many shooting out for evidently attempting to comfortable up to Jay-Z. Anyway, as per the insider, it was Steve who coordinated the whole undertaking from in the background. Yet that is rewinded 2019 when this all went down. Jay-Z welcomed Lori Harvey to a Stone Country early lunch. Now when Jay-Z calls you to the Stone Country early lunch, you got to drop all that and ensure you're there. The occasion flaunted a star concentrate on list if people to attend as one would anticipate from anything related with Jay-Z. Well, Lori charitably acknowledged the welcome and knocked Sep people's socks off as she showed up looking just plain amazing. Yet it wasn't her outfit that said tongue a cart, rather it was a clasp that she shared on her Instagram stories that had everyone music humming. In the now scandalous video, Lori should be visible participated in discussion with Jay's. Anyway, as per numerous spectators, Jay-Z appeared to be conversing with her, while she had all the earmarks of being playing back with her head shifted marginally aside, and giggling by any means of Jay-Z's words. Fans deciphered this as exemplary conduct when Lori imparted the video, highlighting herself as Beyoncé's better half. The B Colony emitted into a craze. One thing about Miss Sovereign's B Colony is their strong faithfulness to Beyoncé, and they burned through no time flooding. Subscribe Celeb Hut for more videos.